Welcome to the lectures on service management principles. I am Grönroos from Hanken School of Economics. The topic is managing service culture, the internal service imperative. Now, implementing a service logic and becoming a service business requires two things at least. The first one is a strategic choice, and the second is a customer-focused service culture. So a service culture is imperative if a firm wants to be a true service business. We can assume often that a service culture leads the firm into a positive circle. It doesn't have to go this way, but this is, if everything is managed well, this is what we can expect. A service culture will improve the service culture as perceived by the customers. And this will make customers more willing to buy the service, to pay for the service, and to talk about the service to others. So there will be a positive effect of profitability, which again means that the firm has more resources to invest in maintaining and, if needed, even improving the service culture. Now, let's define a service culture. A service culture is a culture where an appreciation for good service exists, and where providing good service to internal as well as ultimately external customers is considered by everyone in the organization as a natural way of life and one of the most important values. An important thing here is that we talk about internal customers as well as external customers. Good service must be something that people automatically provide people in the organization as well as people outside the organization, external customers. And this requires that the service customer focus is one of the key values in the organization. Now, this means that there need to be shared values. And this is important because shared values following a given culture, in this case a service culture, gives clear guidance for task performance. Even when unexpected situations occur, service employees or back office employees almost automatically understands how to react and what to do. Also, managers need to devote much of the time to developing and reinforcing the shared values. And these shared values must become deeply anchored among the employees, meaning that there's something that makes employees react almost automatically to given signals. Now, there are some requirements for a service culture. And many of these requirements and many of the actions that need to be taken are part of internal marketing that was the theme of another lecture. But let's look at these 4 requirements. The first is developing a service strategy. There must be a customer-focused, service-oriented vision and strategy in the firm. Otherwise, it's not possible for a service culture to develop. Secondly, the organizational structure must be developed such that it enables provision of good service. It must be a transparent organization, normally rather flat, with good information flow, where employees are empowered, but also enabled. It's not enough to empower employees, making it possible for people in the organization to make decisions on their own. They need to have the knowledge, the skills, and whatever else needed in order to make those decisions. That is what enabling employees is all about. The third requirement is leadership. Leadership must be developed such that managers, supervisors on every level will be and show a service-focused values in their managing processes. So employees realize that our bosses are also service-focused. Leadership must develop policies, practices, and routines which are consistent with the service culture values and ensure that employees are recognized for implementing such values. And this is something that only supervisors and managers on various levels can do. And fourthly, we need service training programs. And the important thing here is that it's first of all a matter of creating a holistic view of the tasks employees have. So they realize, what am I doing? What are others doing? How do all this relate to each other, and so forth. And then develop the skills to serve and communicate that are needed. Now, there are barriers and there are opportunities for a service culture to develop. And it's always a challenge to change the culture when everything goes well, but it may nevertheless be needed to make sure that the firm is competitive in the near future, when consumer expectations and preferences may be changing, new competition coming in, and so on. There are some favorable conditions for the change process. First of all, there could be environmental pressure that helps people realize that we need to change our mindset and do things differently. Increased competition, changes in need and expectations, as I said, new technologies that come in, digitalization, for example, or deregulation or regulation of the industry. And other such reasons may create pressure that makes it easier to start the change process towards a service culture. Also, a new organizational strategy is a favorable condition for a change process. The firm takes new steps in a new direction according to the strategy, and that is something that makes it easier than otherwise to start the change process. Or new structural arrangements, new management coming in, or major changes in the organizational structure has been done. This also is something that stirs up, in a way, the organization and may make people more easily realize that the new attitudes and new ways of working are required. And these types of changes, these types of pressures are often used as a starting point for creating organizations, developing organization in more customer-focused, service-oriented directions. Now, the next lecture is about transforming manufacturing to service business. Thank you.